I'm sure your phone is completely blown up since your start. Is there a message or someone you heard from or something that kind of stands out for you over the last couple of days?
I would say probably Archie Manning saying you can't win them all if you don't win your first. You know, it gave me a good giggle, gave me a good laugh, and he's so right. I mean, you can't win them all if you don't win your first. So it was pretty cool to get a text from him and Peyton as well. So like, being able to hear from those guys, it meant a lot.
What's your relationship with them? Does it go back to the passing?
Yeah, it goes back to that camp, getting close to them there, and then, of course, coming to Denver, that just amped the relationship up a little more.
As you review the game, what were your takeaways watching on tape?
Yeah, well, for one, going back to the pick, just learning not to force anything. You know, in college, I might have been able to get away with a couple decisions like that, but these guys are quicker, these guys are faster, these guys are smarter. I'm not going to be able to get away with things as much as I did in college, to where, you know, being able to take the things that they give me 24/7, that'll just, you know, help us move down the field better. You can't go broke if you're taking a profit type deal. You know, take what they give you. So being able to realize the little decisions throughout the game can really affect the big picture of the game. That was one of the big things I took away.
Did
Very
you
good.
feel slower when you were out there versus, you know, when you first arrived here, or even at the start of the game?
Yeah, no, it definitely felt slower from the time I, you know, arrived here to now, and even after the first drive. You know, it was, people were buzzing around my head. You know, I was pretty antsy, excited to go. Heartbeat was pounding for sure. But then no, once I went out there for my second drive, it was way more relaxed, and I felt super confident about it.
Do you expect to get more of a playbook this week, or did they simplify some things for this first one, given your limited practice? Do you expect them to kind of keep spoon-feeding you more as we move forward?
I wouldn't necessarily say last week was simple, but you know, we definitely tried to keep a clear head for me, make some of our plays, you know, what we're checking to and this and that a little easier. So, you know, I might get a little bit more this week, but regardless of what their plan is, you know, I'm super excited. Looked over the plan last night, went over it this morning, and, you know, I think it's an awesome plan that we have going into this game.
What challenges do you expect in your first road start against a team with a good record?
Yeah, well, I've played in this stadium in that bowl game, and half of it was Missouri and half of it was Texas, and it was extremely loud with only half of the fans being opposing. So having to deal with the noise a little bit, and I mean, playing at Alabama, playing at LSU, like, all those factors aren't that big, but I think just dealing with the noise and, you know, dealing with some under center stuff. So
Your offensive coordinator, Scangarello, after his 14-0, catching a little heat for putting the handcuffs on you and getting conservative. How did you see it?
yeah, no, I think these coaches have an awesome plan for us every single week. You know, our goal is to win, and you know, the plan in the second half is what we thought, and even in the 2-minute before half that's what the coaches decided on. Then, you know, I'm going to ride with that and just try to do the game plan as best I can in that second half. I'm not sure what it's like this week. Later in the week, I'll know for sure how we're going to attack in the second half and what our plan is. But, you know, I'll always be confident in what they have decided for us.
Drew, what changes for you now in terms of leadership, now that this week is much more definitive than last week?
Yeah. Well, I can just kind of start being the face to these guys around here, especially in the huddle. Just being able to show them a little bit more of me as a leader, and even out there on the field in the game, not necessarily practice, but even out on the field. They saw a little bit of my confidence last week. I'm hoping that we can, you know, come out and play extremely well, and, you know, hopefully we can just keep building confidence around this place.
Have you been holding back?
No, I wouldn't say I've been holding back, but, you know, I had to get my feet wet a little bit and see what it was all about. Just stay a little composed in the moment for sure. But no, I think I'll just start, you know, showing more and more myself.
Besides you, who does some talking in the huddle?
Dalton Risner likes to give me a lot of crap in the huddle, especially in practice. He'll go up to the ball after I call a play, and he'll ask me and say the exact opposite of the play, pretty much. And like, no, Dalton, he's just trying to get me all riled up, especially that first time out there when I was in the huddle. Buzz Lightyear was used because Infinity be on with the play calls on my arm. Yeah, they got all of it ready for me, but it's been fun. It keeps things light for sure in practice. But yeah, Dalton likes to talk.
What kind of luxury was Courtland for you first game there?
Say that again.
What kind of luxury was Courtland for you?
Yeah, he was awesome. just having a guy that you can rely on in one-on-one situations is huge. Just anything that makes you more comfortable back there, and Courtland definitely does that, is big for any quarterback, especially a guy that's going out there for his first time and gets to throw a ball up for his first touchdown that gets caught off a shoulder pad. I mean, couldn't ask for much more than that.
Drew, what was going through your mind when the coaches gave you the ball with 8 seconds left and said, make a play here?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool that they trusted me to be able to put that up and possibly get us a win in that one play. And so, I mean, I admired that they trusted me, and it showed, you know, to me personally, it made me excited to see that they can put the ball in my hands at the end of it and give us a shot to win, and sure enough, it worked out.
Did you talk to them on the sideline before going out and said you can?
Yeah, I was listening to them talk because, you know, they're going back and forth on the headset, so I was really just listening to see what they had because, I mean, they know a little bit more about those last situations than I do. I was going to go out there and execute if they put it in my hands, and we did.
How much of a benefit was having the plays on the wristband?
Yeah, you know, it helped a lot. I think it not only helped myself, but everyone up there with the play calls and everything, just making it clean to where I can go in there and give it clean to the guys. We got to go out there and execute well, and I think, you know, having the wristband definitely helped.
Where does your confidence come from, especially at this level when you didn't have results yet? Where does that confidence come from?
Where does my confidence come from? I don't think there's an exact thing I can point to. It's just kind of who I've been throughout sports, not just football, but basketball and everything that I've played. I think I've been through some tough times in sports to where, you know, I feel like I can come out of mostly any bad times that I'm going to have to where I should just always stay confident because, you know, if it is bad, I'm 100% sure I can come out of it and make something good from it.
What was your toughest time that you had to bounce back?
I would say my freshman year of college. Coming in, you know, you think you're hot stuff coming in out of high school. You're the man of your high school. And you go to college, when you're first starting in South Carolina, and then you come in and you play Florida and they beat the crap out of you. And then you go on about a 5-game losing streak to where, you know, I rode Cloud 9 early, went on that losing streak to where, you know, it was tough. It was different. You know, it's not your high school buddies talking to you about the game. It's national media all the time to where that was my first experience with that. But after that year, I felt like I got more and more experience with how to handle all of that to where now I'm here. And I don't feel like that would ever be a tough time for me anymore.
Drew, how often have the coaches talked to you about going off script and how often that you should do that?
It's not necessarily something that we talk about how often or how little. It's just that's just kind of an organic thing that happens. If something's not there, you know, let's get out of the pocket and try to make things happen. You know, if you have any chance of extending a play, you might as well take it, especially if it was a dead play to begin with, or they gave us a good look that stopped our play. So no, we don't necessarily have talks about how much or how little.
Do they talk to you about exercising caution and kind of playing on the safer side when you're going off the script?
No, I think they trust me when I'm making those plays. I mean, obviously, if you're running, get out of bounds or get down. Don't take unnecessary shots. If you can eliminate, you know, those unnecessary hits, then by all means you better do it. But no, I think they trust me as a quarterback out there.
The ebb and flow of a game, and it hadn't been you, it's been all season. The offense gets in this rut where there's 3 and outs. Have you talked about that? Why does that happen? And it seems to happen late second quarter through the third quarter.
Yeah, you know, seeing it from the sideline, it's hard to exactly get everything that was going on in those divisional games. But no, I think it was just some of the little mistakes that we made on those plays. I mean, we want to be perfect in execution and be able to pick up plays. I think we can go back to those 3 and outs and find 1 or 2 little small things that would have extended the drive, regardless of the play call, to where I think we just come out and execute a little bit better out of halftime, keep focused in halftime. I think we'd come out and do an awesome job.
Where's the dialogue sit with you, Rich, and those guys going into week 2 compared to last week? Do you want to ask? Can you ask for more? Can you tell them that's too much? Where does it kind of sit in how you put this together?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like I can definitely talk a little bit more, but as far as what we talked about yesterday, it was let's prep the exact same way that we did last week. You know, you put in just enough time. Let's maybe put even a little bit more this week. Not change your schedule, not change when you go to bed, not change what you eat. Just keep it the same, and then we'll try to ride this thing out. But I think, you know, as the weeks go on, I could probably put more input in, but, you know, as week 2 of a starter, I'll still probably defer to them.
As you prepare for a defense, how much more is there to learn or digest for the Texans or the Chargers than there was when you were in college and you're preparing for a game like that?
Yeah, there's a lot. It really comes from our game plan because, you know, I mean, in college, you run the RPO, you're reading this single guy, you're reading that single guy, where really it's a wide frame of things in the offensive nowadays to where you could be killing plays. We didn't necessarily change too many plays when you're in college. There's just a lot more little detail stuff that you're going to have to pick out before you even get the ball in your hands, which is just way different than what it'd be like in college.
Thanks, Drew.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Drew.